What is up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwartz back again today with another deck tech for you. Today we're talking about a criminally underrepresented set in English Weiss Schwartz, Angel Beats. and I have Carmen here with me as well.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hold that in.
But not just any build of Angel Beats. Today we're talking about compression beats. Now, if you're not familiar with the concept of compression beats, I imagine by the time I finish our first slide here, you'll have a pretty good idea of what this deck does. So let's jump right into it. Our first card here, we have this yellow level 0, Yui and Hinata. Sits at 3k, basically an oversize. And when it becomes reversed in battle, you can top check. If that card is a music character, you can send this card to your memory. So this card acts as a beater in your deck. And when it dies, it goes to memory, so it doesn't shuffle back. It just enhances your compression to a nutty level on your second deck.
Goes to memory. I like it.
It does. We do love compression. Here we have our second card. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you can pay two stock and send this to your memory. If you do, you can salvage a death character. So this card also goes to your memory and compresses you when it dies. But it cantrips.
For 2 stock, and so that you just run them 4 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
These cards that go to memory.
They go to memory. They compress you. You have stupid compression on your second deck. Assuming you make it to your second deck.
That's a lot of cards that go to memory, Brian.
You don't even know, Carmen. Let's go to our next slide. We have this card that reads, when this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay 1, discard a card, and send this card to your memory. If you do, you may search your deck for a music trait character, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. So this card is another card that pluses on death and compresses itself into your memory when it dies. Now just imagine if you get all of these cards into your memory.
That's 12 cards in memory.
You never take damage. Here we have this Sheena as our next card. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay 1 and send this card to memory. If you do, choose a card in your opponent's waiting room and put it on the top of your opponent's deck. So this card can crash into your opponent's board, pay the cost, send itself to memory, further compressing you. Send some clean damage to the top of your opponent's deck for your other 0 soul beaters that also go to memory when they die to deal some clean damage.
Very strong.
Very strong. On our next slide here, we have this 500 power frontal assist that reads, when this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay 1 and send this card to memory.
It's an assist.
It is an assist. It makes all of your 1500 power level 0s
just a little bigger.
2000 power instead, yeah.
Damn, you might win board once.
Yeah, but this card also goes to memory.
That's true.
That is, what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 cards in memory out of your 50
Yeah,
card deck?
20 cards so far.
Just imagine.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the memory.
As our next card, we have this Iwasawa. When this card comes into play, you can pay 1 on play, not on death. If you do, choose a level 0 or lower character your opponent controls, bounce it to your opponent's hand. And then at the end of the turn, this card goes to memory.
24 cards that go to memory.
Mm-hmm. This card, a very spicy choice since it doesn't go to memory on death.
Yeah, only on play.
But it does bounce level 0s so that your very weak level 0 lineup can get through a little bit of damage without dying. Although that may be counterintuitive in this deck since they just want to crash, die, and go to memory. Onto our next slide, we have Baseball Boy Hinata. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you may pay 1 stock. If you do, you can send this card to your memory.
Damn. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then for our card after that, this card unfortunately does not go to memory.
No.
This is a repeatable non-plussing brainstorm that just acts as a little bit of utility in the deck for paying out random climaxes that you may or may not have triggered. Even though they don't usually stay there for long because all of the cards pay 1 anyway when they die, so you never have any stock to begin with. I assume, or in my experience, it's mostly for filtering climaxes out of your hand. So very negligible use. Oftentimes this card is just shoved in the front row and swung with as a beater anyway in this particular deck.
Damn, that's like 30 something level zeros. Like
I believe it's 31, yeah.
31 zeros. That's a lot of zeros.
Let's talk about our 7 level 1 cards that we run in this deck. At level 1, we have another Iwasawa. When this card becomes reversed in battle, you can pay 2 and send this to memory. If you do, search your deck for a death character. Yet another card that sends itself to memory on death for the low, low cost of 2 stock.
So what's this event? A 1/2 event.
Hmm.
That's pretty steep.
Now this 1/2 event, you may think it's steep, but it searches your deck for 3 death trait characters and adds them to your hand. Then you discard 2 cards from your hand. So it pluses you 1 for the low, low cost of 2 stock.
Removes 3 cards from your deck.
But that is the purpose here, is it does remove 3 cards from your deck, gets you closer to that sweet, sweet first refresh where you refresh like 8 in 15.
And then you eat 7 and die.
And then yeah, you will be level 3 by that point. But that is how this deck functions. Last but not least, we have our 1 level 3 that we run in this deck. We have this Yuri. She is a draw 2, ditch 1 on play, and she has a climax combo with this gate. She pings 1 on attack and gets a little bit larger.
So, broken on gate.
OP finisher. Yeah, you mainly run it because it's on gate. If you look at the last slide here, the entire deck list laid out, we run 8 gates because all this deck does is try field level zeros, crash them in, send them to memory. You never have any stock, you never have any hand, so 8 gate is a welcome addition.
So what you're telling me is this deck is immune to stock swap.
It is immune to stock swap. You never have any stock. It will be vulnerable to the new event that's coming in Konosuba movie, unfortunately.
Wow, so it becomes unplayable after that. So you gotta get your wins and your tops now with this deck.
Yeah, play this deck while you can before Konosuba floods the meta.
So, jokes aside, Brian, when playing this deck, how often do you get the second deck before your opponent kills you?
I'm going to be real with you. I've played this deck 1 time.
You did build it, though, physically. Like, you own it, yeah.
I have this deck. It's sitting somewhere in my room here. But, yeah, I played this deck once. I made it to second deck and then immediately died, I'm pretty sure. But
yeah.
I'm gonna blame that on Weiss Schwartz RNG. This deck is completely immune to bricking.
You can't brick.
Refresh 7 and 15, never die.
It's true.
It's broken.
Yeah, your opponent can't play around it. There's no memory hate yet. We got a couple months till there's memory hate in English. So broken. It's 8 gate.
But if you want the true Angel Beats experience, this is the deck for you. Very flavorful. All the characters disappear.
That's too good. But yeah, this is we just wanted to highlight something. We've been doing some like more serious deck techs recently. We wanted to highlight something a little bit more casual, a little bit funnier. We might have went a little too far on the funny scale. But this deck is very powerful.
I don't think you can ever go too far on the funny scale. I've got some high grade meme decks that I can share if people are interested in this kind of thing.
This is a pretty high grade weaponized meme. If my opponent was like, I refresh 8 and 12 or something, it's just like after doing nothing all game, I'd be like, what do I do? I can never kill them anymore.
Yeah, your opponent can't get their own reverse combos off. They can't stock swap you. What are they gonna
Broken.
do?
Absolutely broken. All right. Well, any other thoughts on the deck, Brian? This is a quick one this week.
I think I covered it. Yeah.
All right. Well, as I always like to add this slide, people find Weiss Sports resources on YouTube. Don't know where to go otherwise. We got our Discords. We don't manage these, but we got the card games run by a ton of people, and then the competitive Weiss Sports Discord, which is run by the Burn One guys. That's where you want to go if you want to get some webcam games, get some tabletop games, and some good discussion. If you're looking to buy cards, trade cards, sell cards, you want to hit up the Facebook groups. The global community also has daily like card of the day stuff, and they're translated. It's really good stuff if you're looking for new reveals. Then I also have our Twitters down there if you want to ask Brian what possessed him to come up with this deck. I think you found this, like, this is something you adapted from a Japanese list, right?
This was not my own idea. I just adapted it from a list that I found on Encore Decks. The link for my list is in the description. I credited the user whose list that I based it off of in the description for my deck list on there.
Yeah, but this list is super dank. This is even more dank than anything Andy has put on our channel, which is that's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That something could be spicier than Andy. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I spent like $5 each for those Yuri level 3s.
Well, they come from the one trial deck, right? They have the weird
Are they trial deck?
If we can pop back here, I don't think
they're double rare.
They're double rares, but they're old enough to have the weird type setting.
Yeah.
Or the weird font, so that's pretty strong. But yeah, you can play this deck. You can send all your cards to memory. Your opponent will have no idea what's going on. You plus like crazy because you're 8 gate.
You'll have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty funny. Would you change anything with the new reveals from Key Anniversary?
I haven't been looking at the Angel Beat stuff specifically, but do look forward to some Clanad stuff from me when Anniversary drops.
Yeah, Brian's a big Clanad fan. The Sunahara combo.
Sunahara combo is spicy. Maybe I'll do a deck tech for that someday.
But yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, I think in terms of upcoming stuff, we got Memory Stone Slime. We're gonna do set reviews for both of those. Which one comes first completely depends on our scheduling. We want to get a guest for Slime, and then Memory Snow is just going to be our guys. So whichever one we get out first depends on what we can put together. And then other than that, I think we're going to do a Fujimi 8 standby deck tech, since that's coming in English very soon. We're going to get a couple people in on that. Myself, Brian bought a case. We're going to try to get... I want to try to get Billy on that, since he also bought a case. And then probably get Andy on it too. Just get our guys in on it and do a deck tech on it. Just a more 8 standby for the big meta threat deck tech out, since we reviewed that pretty long time ago now. And other than that, I think that's it for upcoming content. I think we wanted to do that, what is it? The sets at a glance, right?
Yeah, is that what we're calling that?
Yeah, we want to try to get sort of what you can expect when you go to an event. Big meta threats for every set. Like, these are the cards you need to look out for. Things like that. And that's sort of something that we've been working on for a while. We want to get that out there. Eventually, I mean, It's on the back burner a little bit now since there are no events, but we'll get it out there when we can. But yeah, I think that's it. Pittsburgh White Shorts signing off. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep, see you guys.